Jenna Ortega was nominated for her performances on Wednesday. Indeed, Jenna Ortega's Wednesday is spectacular, but there were also other magnificent performances by Jenna in 2022. In this video, I'm going to comment on other characters that Jenna played very well. This video contains spoilers, so be warned. Jenna Ortega's Tara Carpenter is one of the best parts of 2022's Scream, the fifth entry in a legacy sequel to the self-aware slasher series. Ortega breaks the franchise's tradition where Ghostface opening ambushes always end in murder. Sam, Tara's sister, plays a more prominent role in Scream since Tara spends most of the movie in recovery. Nevertheless, Ortega portrays a wide range of emotions as Tara evolves from victim to victor by the end of the film. She also gets an excellent final one-liner. Audiences won't need to wait long until they get another dose of Ortega's Tara since Scream 6 is set to be released in March of 2023. An iconic aspect of the Scream franchise is its opening scene, tense, bone-chilling, and always original. Drew Barrymore established the tradition when her character, Casey Becker, was killed off less than 13 minutes into Scream, and since any character introduced in a Scream opening meets their eventual demise after a game of cat and mouse with Ghostface. In Scream 5, Tara manages to do something never before done by another character, survive her opening scene. Tara uses every available resource at her disposal to fight back, and despite sustaining several wounds, she holds out long enough for the paramedics to arrive and tend to her injuries. But what truly makes Tara shine is her tenacity. Tara is intelligent, brave, and a fighter. Even had she died in her opening scene, Tara would go down as one of Scream's strongest heroines. Not only did Tara's mental aptitude allow her to fend off Ghostface long enough to be saved by the authorities, she manages to survive every attack after. Even with a broken leg, injured arm, and multiple stab wounds, Tara fights for her life when caught all alone by Ghostface inside Woodsboro Hospital. In Tara's final battle against Ghostface, she again uses every available resource to fight off the killer and gives Sam, Sydney, and Gail the opportunity to retaliate. Tara not only survives every encounter against Ghostface, she ultimately defeats Amber herself. With a clever line referencing her earlier commentary about The Babadook being her favorite horror flick, Tara fatally shoots Amber and saves the day, paying homage to Sidney Prescott by shooting the killer in the head, similarly to Sidney is most Scream sequels. Additionally, while Sidney has been preyed upon countless times by different incarnations of Ghostface, she's rarely had to defeat Ghostface while recovering from severe bodily injuries. Tara is undoubtedly a force not to be reckoned with. When she's first introduced, Tara seems like a pretty normal teenager with an interest in the elevated horror genre over classic slasher films. After surviving her first attack, Tara shows a more vulnerable side, specifically when pertaining to her half-sister, Sam. Tara harbors some resentment towards Sam for abandoning the family when she was a teenager, and then revealing a big family secret immediately after Tara's life-to-death encounter with Ghostface. Nevertheless, Tara's maturity comes to surface when she forgives Sam soon after and then fearlessly battles Amber to defend her half-sister from certain death. From beginning to end, Tara continues to grow as a character, making her top-tier final girl material. Any horror final girl is only as memorable as the actor portraying them. Jenna Ortega delivers the performance of a lifetime as Tara Carpenter. In Tara's opening scene, audiences are introduced to a teenager whose naivety fuels her flirtation with a charming stranger over the phone and her sudden shift to horror when realizing the twisted game she's been lured into. Seeing Tara attacked by Ghostface is heart-wrenching because audiences are invested in her well-being. She is someone who has won over loyal Scream fans in the 10 minutes she's been on screen. As the film unfolds, Tara's struggle becomes increasingly relatable as she reconnects with her estranged sister while dealing with Ghostface's continual attacks. Another Jenna Ortega's performance of the year can be found in the horror film, X. X is a slasher film about a small crew who travels to an isolated farm in Texas in order to film a pornographic film. In this movie, Jenna plays Lorraine, that she joins to a crew to help with the sound recording because her boyfriend RJ is the director and camera operator. Initially, Lorraine is judgmental about the content of the film shoot, but after their first day of shooting, she changes her opinion and asks to participate in the film as an actress. That night, the couple who own the farm, Pearl, also played by Mia Goth, and her husband Howard are revealed to be violent murderers as they face off against the film crew. She adequately embodies the energy of an innocent ingenue who wants to prove herself by shedding this image. Jenna proves here that she's one of the best modern Scream queens, and she lets out a legendary wail during the movie's climax. Lorraine's arc in the film is rather transformative and surprisingly moving considering the subject material. She goes from someone who sits quietly in the corner and believing herself to be morally superior to her peers and transforms into someone who is willing to admit she was wrong, embrace change, and become more extroverted. Ortega is able to convey the depth of this transformation in challenging circumstances. She has to compete with the other characters who have flashier parts because she is not the lead of this movie, nor is she even the second lead. And of course it couldn't be missing, Wednesday. Jenna Ortega's performance as the titular Wednesday Addams is one highlight that everyone agrees upon. She was an incredible Wednesday here. It's difficult to play an emotionless and disaffected outcast effectively. Jenna properly taps into this classic character in an emotional, mysterious, and humorous way. I might say, Jenna Ortega is the perfect new modern Wednesday. And now, tell us in the comments who your favorite Jenna Ortega's character is in 2022, and don't forget to subscribe.